What's good, world? Thing. It's your boy Steffan hitting you with What's Good World episode 2, How to Be Happy. Just to let you guys know, What's Good World is pretty much my way of giving back to society. What's happening right now is there's so much negative information going on, and this negative information is really affecting us in ways that some of us don't even realize. Whenever we receive this negative information, we become, if we don't know how to shield ourselves from it, we in return can become negative, and we can become scared, right? And we can feel powerless, right? And with What's Good World, what I want to do is help you all empower yourselves, right? Give you guys information, good information on what you can do to feel better and to get from and achieve your goals and get over your fears, right? So, how to become happy. 1. Fill your body with foods that are good for you. Foods that carry a high vibration. Now, what do I mean by a high vibration? Atoms vibrate, right? And we are all made of atoms, so we vibrate. We just can't necessarily see it. But if you become in tune with your body, you can sometimes feel it, okay? So what we're finding now is that whenever you raise we have the ability to raise and lower our vibrations. And whenever we raise our vibrations, we generally feel better, right? We're happier. We're doing things that we love to do, right? We are positive. But whenever we're in a lower vibration, sometimes we're generally more negative, right? We're scared. We're very unhealthy, right? So it's important that we fill our bodies with foods that have a higher vibration. Now, what foods have high vibrations? Me, personally, I prefer to stay on a raw vegan diet. Why raw vegan? Plants are good for you, right? Nobody really debates that anymore. But what we're starting to find out is that whenever we cook our food, if you cook your food above 180 degrees for around a minute, it eliminates the nutrition, right? So you're just eating dead food, which essentially makes you dead, right? So I prefer to be, I consume a lot of plants. I eat kale, spinach, fruits, bananas. I love bananas, apples, strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, chia seeds, almonds for that protein, right? And I drink lots of water. Lots and lots and lots of water, right? And how does this make you happy? Whenever we eat something that's bad for us, right, it slows down the systems in our body, right? And whenever this happens, our body has to spend so much energy fixing the problems within ourselves that are created from the food that we eat, instead of allowing ourselves to use that energy to do things that we love to do, right? So which is why whenever we eat something like McDonald's, or whenever I used to eat a box of donuts in probably 15 minutes, right? I would be tired afterwards. And it'd be so hard to get up out of bed whenever I'm tired. And whenever I'm tired, it's so hard to get into the gym. Whenever I'm tired, it's so hard to get into the studio. When I'm tired, it's so hard to be nice to people, right? So the job is to not make yourself so tired. So fill yourself with high vibration foods. I don't consume animal products. Why? Because animal products are low vibrations. You see, whenever we raise these animals in these controlled environments, or controlled environments, a lot of stress is put on them. And stress is the chemical called cortisol. And what cortisol does is essentially it really eats at your body. It's bad for you. Stress causes cancer. Right? Stress makes you sad. Stress eats away at you. It causes fear, right? So whenever these animals are in these enclosed environments, whenever they're in these horrible environments, they release cortisol, right? So once cortisol is in their system, and then we kill the animals, and then we eat them, we consume that cortisol. So essentially, we're consuming the fear, right? And the stress. And it's just really, really not very good for your body. I've been on this vegan journey for the past year now, and I've never felt better in my life. Let me tell you, I used to eat a box of donuts a week, right? I used to go to McDonald's every single day. I would eat a box of cereal in probably 2 days, easy, maybe one, right? But there was a day that I decided that I wanted to try something else. And I found that this raw vegan diet, once I got on this raw vegan diet, I had energy that I never thought I could have. So just something to think about. Another thing to do. 2, exercise. Exercise. With exercise, I'm not talking necessarily about intense, vigorous exercise. I understand that sometimes we don't have the time to do that, but we can do simple things like yoga. Yoga is very good for your body. What yoga does is it stretches your limits. And what I found is that whenever we stretch the limits within our bodies, we stretch the limits within our minds, and we stretch the limits within our spirits, and we do things that we never thought we could do. We think in ways that we never thought we could think. We are compassionate in ways that we never thought we could be compassionate, right? Yoga, there's a saying that the body is a subconscious mind, right? And whenever we go throughout life, we develop behaviors, okay? And some of these behaviors are negative, and they create negative emotions, and these negative emotions are stored in our bodies and create tension, right? So we have all this tension, we have all this negative emotion, and unless we stretch it, and unless we release it, we carry it. So what you do whenever you do yoga is you release this tension, and you feel better. So give it a shot. I tried yoga, I started yoga about a year ago, and let me tell you what, I used to not be able to touch my toes. Like literally. I went to the gym all the time, I worked out all the time, I was really swole, right? I was getting ripped and stuff, but I couldn't touch my toes. I could bench the weight, but I couldn't touch my toes. I couldn't move, essentially, as well as I wanted to, especially for a dancer. But once I started doing yoga, I found that I could become flexible. And once I was flexible, I found that there was really a lot of tension in my body, and there was a lot of emotion in my body. And whenever I finally learned how to release this, I felt so much better. 3, meditation. Human beings are thinkers. We like to think. And what a lot of times we do is sometimes we think ourselves out of things that we should probably do. Sometimes thinking creates fear, especially if we think constantly. Thinking takes a lot of energy, right? But we also have the capabilities of not thinking, of being present, of being in the now, as Eckhart Tolle would say, right? And whenever we are present, whenever we stop these thought processes and we are present, we are in the now, we have we can feel better. Well, we do feel better, right? And what meditation teaches you to do is to stop that thought process, right? Just by doing things of something like sitting still in silence, listening to the silence. For those of you who are into God, right? God is constant. God is always, right? God has always been, always will be. Silence is always constant. Nothing is always constant. Whenever we learn to connect with the silence, we essentially learn to connect with God, because sound comes from silence. Nothing. The stuff between my hand and my face, right? We say that's nothing, but that's a lot of things. That's air, right? It's the stuff that we breathe, right? That gives us that life energy that we need to continue on. right? And whenever in meditation, you can learn to connect with that as well. And whenever you learn to connect with nothing, you are actually connecting with something. Something comes from nothing. It is constant. So you are connecting with God. 2, surround yourself, 4, surround yourself with people who empower you, right? Surround yourself with positive, like-minded individuals. Or if you're negative, don't surround yourself with like-minded individuals. Surround yourself with people who are where you want to be. And I'm not talking about people who are just popular in high school. I'm talking about whenever you find your goals, whenever you find your passion, right? Surround yourself with people who are positive and can help you get there. Because whenever we surround ourselves with negative people who constantly put us down, who constantly give off these negative sound vibrations, we absorb them. And as much as we like to say, oh, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me, on a molecular level, they kind of do, in a way. So, until we can learn to block these negative sound waves, we should separate ourselves from them. 5. Nature. Nature has saved my life, essentially. Well, nature gave me life, right? Now we're in this technological age where we can get everything we want and be inside, right? But whenever we're locked up inside, we disconnect ourselves from things that are extremely healthy for us, like the sun and like fresh air, right? And what these things do is they give you the energy that you need to go throughout your day. They give you the clean energy that you need to go throughout the day. Well, I guess our air isn't the cleanest right now, but learn how to be happy, and maybe we can make it that way. Number 6, give. On my journey, as Ralph Smart would say, on my journey to becoming the greatest me, I got really caught up in myself. What do I want? What do I need? I. And I found that while I wanted to help people, while I wanted to help people become their greatest selves, I found that while I was busy trying to level up, I was not helping others level up. I was not giving my energy to others. And whenever you give, you receive. So whenever you give off positive, happy energy, you will receive positive, happy energy from the universe. And it does wonders. Well, I hope this information helped you all out. Once again, this information has helped me go from unconfident to confident, from unhappy to happy, from a 6-pack of donuts a day to a 6-pack of abs. It helped me go from somebody who hated the world to somebody who loves the world, from somebody who thought the world was coming to an end with so much anxiety and fear, to somebody who has a lot of hope for the world, and a lot of, not even just hope, but a lot of faith for the world. Yeah. So it's your African-American friend, your Earthling gangsta. You all have a great day.